you're through to Shelter Cymru Live. My name is Ashella. How can I help?
Hi. I need to speak to someone about my housing situation.
Okay, can you tell me what the situation is?
Well, I live with my mum and dad. I always have. 36 now, but I've had problems at home for years. You see, I'm gay, and my parents have known this since my early 20s, but they've never really accepted it, and they're always threatening to throw me out.
Okay, can you tell me more about that?
Well, my dad asked my brothers to sort me out when I came out to my family. My dad's still violent to me every now and again. It's just a constant threat. It's just really worrying. And my brothers too. And one of them came around the house the other week and hit me and threw away my medication. I just feel trapped. I'm HIV positive. I tried to take my own life, although my family don't know that.
It was Valentine's Day 2012, and I was 18 or 19 at the time. I'd been in a relationship with this person for about a year at the time. We'd been friends for a very long time before that, and it had gotten to a place where it wasn't safe for me to be around them anymore. They had threatened to kill me. So Valentine's Day, I found myself in the police station with a friend, filing a report, and realised at the time that they were going to be coming back, and when they got back, I couldn't be there because it was unsafe. So I decided to leave. I didn't realise at the time that I was homeless because I did have somewhere to stay. I had some very good friends who'd offered to take me in, let me store my stuff at their place. Then when I was working away during the week and coming back at the weekends, I didn't know where I was going to be staying every time I came back because it wasn't fair to make friends put up with me for that long every single weekend. So I'd often find myself staying at different people's houses on different weekends. And then travelling back and forth to Cardiff meant that I got into a lot of debt as well.
Have you spoken to your doctor recently about this? Are you getting any other support?
Yeah, I'm getting support from a psych nurse from Terence Higgins Trust. They wrote letters for me when I went to the council last time after I had a fight with my brother. And it's just got to be so secretive because my parents have opened my post in the past.
And what did the council say when you contacted them?
They said they'd look into my situation, but I've just received a letter saying that I'm not homeless. They've spoken to my parents. My father said there's no issue, we're one big happy family. But I'm staying on friends' sofas every time we have a fight. But I can't keep on doing that permanently. Look, it says in the letter I'm able to appeal the decision, and I really need to.
If the council have been provided with evidence of the difficulties you're having, including being at risk of violence, the threats of violence and harassment, you can be regarded as homeless. You shouldn't be expected to stay somewhere where it isn't safe for you. It sounds like you will need to appeal the decision that you are not homeless, and we can help you with that.
It made me feel very, very unsafe being in that situation because I didn't realise I was homeless. I was also quite anxious because I'd experienced prejudice in the past from other services I'd accessed. So for example, my GP, when I went to go talk to them about experiencing depression at the time, the entire focus then became about me being bisexual and how could I be bisexual if I was in a relationship with a man. The fact that my partner was trans as well created a whole host of other issues, mainly because they would focus on that and not on the issues I was experiencing at the time.
I think it would be best for you to see one of our local housing law caseworkers who will be able to look at the decision letter you've received. They can advise you and support you with your housing options, and they can try and link you with some local support too. And have a look at where your nearest advice surgery is. Can we make an appointment for you, or would you prefer to receive assistance over the phone and through email?
No, I'd like to make an appointment. I live in the Wrexham area.
No problem. I'll just take your details and then make the appointment for you. But if you need to speak to me again before or after the appointment, just contact me on this number.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
I was 16 the day that I first decided to go out in public as who I truly felt I was, a girl. A friend of mine came out as transgender to her parents at the time, and she wanted to be a boy, and his parents didn't really react to it very well, and they threw him out. I'm very lucky in that I didn't have to worry about facing homelessness because I knew my parents would be at least okay with it. And if one of them did decide that they wanted to throw me out, I could always just go back to the other house if I desperately needed to. I do worry that if I decide to go to university that there may be people who would be unaccepting of who I am. And because of that, I might not be able to find anyone to share accommodation with. So that is a bit of a worry.
If there's any advice I could give to anyone who found themselves in that situation, it's get help. Speak to someone, speak to a professional, and find a service that is going to understand what you're going through and isn't going to put a lot of pressure on you to explain yourself, your sexuality, your gender identity, or your situation, but is actually going to focus on the issue that you're experiencing. And also that you don't have to be on the streets to be homeless. It's drifting.